Did I just do that? I really did. Hi, my name is Jessica, and I'm from the Healing Hands duo. Today what I want to be talking about is natural cosmetics and the 10 most toxic ingredients found in the market today. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Now I'm just going to go through each of the products that I actually in fact use by Mineral Fusion. It's a great company. I've been supporting them for the last, I would say, probably 3 or 4 years now, since I switched over all of my cosmetics to a more natural line. At first it was very difficult because I did find that some of the natural lines out there don't wear quite as well as, of course, the caustic and the toxic lines that you'll find at the drugstore. However, I find that with the right tools and the right product, and in this case with Mineral Fusions, they have a lot of they have something like the setting powders and the primers and all that that also help to keep all the makeup in place. Just to kind of go through, I kind of have like a huge mess and pile of my makeup right here in front of me, so I'll just start picking things up. So right here, if you can see that, I have I'm probably showing this probably up in the right hand corner too. I'm probably applying all this stuff, but I'm just going to go through this really quickly. Right here I have the trio that they have here. This is one that I just recently picked up. As you can see, I've been using it for a while and I really do love this one. I use this pretty much every day. I actually mix this with another gold color that I have, and this palette, I'm going to show you this, but this thing is like worn away because I've been using this for quite a while. But this is actually by Pacifica. This is made in Portland, Oregon in the United States of America, and as you can see here is I sometimes there's hardly anything left in there, but there's this gold color in here that I really like, and I actually mix that gold color with this rose gold color, and that kind of gives me a pretty color. I'm assuming this rose gold on its own would be perfectly fine for most people. I'm really olive tone, so in order for this to kind of show up, I have to mix it with a little bit more gold. I did pick up all of this stuff at Whole Foods. Probably before I showed you that, I probably should have showed you the Soothing Eye Primer, and this is what I was saying, or what I was stating before, that if you use a little bit of the eye primer, I find that it kind of feathers out some of the fine lines around your eyes, and it's a really great product. I just started using this because I was using the full face primer and I was kind of cheating and just using the face primer underneath my eyes, but I didn't find the face primer when I went into the Whole Foods this week, so I went up and I picked up, is that upside down? And I picked up this eye primer. So I did in fact use that, and I find that if you use this underneath your concealer, then it'll help to allow your concealer not to settle into the lines. So that's something there. Apply this hydrating formula over the entire eye area to prolong the wear of eyeshadow and concealer while helping soothe, lift, and firm under eye area. Okay, so let's go into concealer. I use this little 2-pack here, which is kind of really convenient. I have right here, this is actually, you're definitely not going to probably see that. This is the warm that I use here, and I really like this because instead of just getting one concealer, you're getting 2 concealers, and in most cases, I always need to use both because living in Canada, I'm kind of this color in the winter months, and I'm kind of this color in the summer months, and sometimes in between the seasons, I'm actually in between those 2 colors, so it's kind of great because in Canada, we're like dying because we don't see the sun for like 10 months. And then when we do, we just go outside in the spring I wouldn't even say spring because it was spring like a week ago and it's snowing outside. But when we do actually get sun, we just kind of all go out there and we're all like, anyway, next. I do use this carbon color, like I said, just on the outer rim of my eye. I have a hair and it's driving me nuts. I don't know. Okay. It's somewhere. So where is it? Stop. Stop it. Okay. Anyway, so that's what I do with the eye pencil. But I will probably take you over to this particular website that I use that brings up all the chemical makeup, and then I kind of try to make an educated guess or an educated decision on whether or not I'm going to use a particular product by whether it be Mineral Fusions or Zuzu or one of the other companies that are available out there right now as part of these natural lines. Okay, so now I'm just going to take you over to Google and type in Skin Deep. And the first link that should come up there is Skin Deep's Cosmetics Database by EWG. Click on that. And before we head into search a particular product, I just wanted to point you down to the right-hand side here where it says Myths on Cosmetic Safety. And myth number 1, it states, if it's for sale at a supermarket, a drugstore, or department store cosmetics counter, it must be safe. Fact. The Food and Drug Administration has no authority to require companies to test cosmetics products for safety. The agency does not review or approve the vast majority of products or ingredients before they go on the market. Myth number 2. The government prohibits the use of all dangerous chemicals in personal care products and companies wouldn't risk using them. Fact. With the exception of color additives and a few prohibited substances, cosmetic companies may use any ingredient or raw material in their products without government review or approval. So as you can see here, there aren't a lot of rules and regulations as to what can be put into our personal hygiene products and our cosmetics. So now I'm going to take you to the top search engine here, and for an example, I'm going to use Mineral Fusion's eyeshadow. So I've just typed that in here, and then what you want to do is go on and click on go. And as you can see here, it pulls up all of the products that have been ranked by EWG's website on the particular line that I'm looking at, which is Mineral Fusions. And I don't see the eyeshadow I'm looking for on page 1, so I'm clicking over to page 2, and there it is there, Mineral Fusions Eyeshadow Trio Rose Gold. And you can see this product is EWG verified. And if you wanted to know more information there, you could click on that. But to keep this short, we're just going to click on the product itself. And as you see here, the ingredients for concerns are listed on the right, and everything on this particular product has come under slightly under moderate to low risk. As you scroll to the bottom here, you'll notice that each of the ingredients are listed individually, and unfortunately the first one that does come up here falls into the yellow category, which means it does carry some moderate risk. However, I went through each of these ingredients and most of them fell into the green category, which is a low risk, and there were only 2 ingredients that fell between 3 and 6. I would always avoid anything that falls into the red category. I made the decision to go ahead with this product, but now let's just head back over to the main review. This is the liquid liner that I used here. And as you can see, that's, I don't know if you can see that. So there, it's by Zuzu. And this one is actually called Raven. I was using another color a while back, but it had a bit of a shimmer to it, which I wasn't crazy about. So this one is actually just like a jet black. I don't find that it bleeds. I actually really like it because I've used others that I found kind of bled or smudged or whatnot, and this one seems to be a better one. So I kind of bought that a couple years ago and I've just stuck with it. This is the setting powder. So what I do is I take a puff pad and I just kind of rub it in there, and then I would just like apply around the eye. And that helps to set my makeup for the day. Again, back to that eyeshadow that I showed you right in the beginning. I have eyebrows, but I plucked, I didn't even over pluck. It's just as I've gotten older, I'm losing hair in places that I really, really want to keep it, like my eyebrows. Anyway, so like I said, My eyebrows are very sparse, so in order to fill them in, I find it much easier just to take a small angled brush and apply eyeshadow to my brow. And I do this every day, and you know, it seems to work for me, so I'm just going to continue on with that and hope for the best. I'm not a makeup artist or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I do with my daily regimen here. You know, don't trash me. The thing is even though I hardly have any eyebrows, is that my eyebrows do tend to go a little crazy, and what I'll do is to control where they sit and where they lay, I just use the Zuzu. Can you see that? I just use the Zuzu clear mascara just to kind of set them in place. I also use Zuzu's Luxe mascara as well, just because I did try to use Pacifica, and I believe I actually used Mineral Fusion's mascara a couple years back, and I found that it was clumping just way too quickly. So if I'm kind of pale, what I'll do in the winter months is I'll use this one's Luster. This is a bronzer duo, so I'll use my Luster in the winter months, and you can see there's a darker color there because, like I said, I'm very olive toned. So there's this darker color and this lighter color, and I'll just kind of go through and highlight different parts of my face with both of these colors. So I tend to do the whole face contouring. You know, I just kind of take this darker color in through there, along the jawbone. You know, I use it on the sides of my nose, and then of course through the temples, and then just the peak of my, I don't know what you call this, the vampire peak I call it, I don't know. But anyway, so like there, and then I go everywhere else with a little bit of the lighter shimmer color. And then if I want that really like pretty sun-kissed look, and you know, that kind of radiance look, I use the Radiance Illuminating Powder. And so you can see here it's a quad, and it comes with 4 colors. And these colors are very pretty. Actually, this gold color is really pretty too. So what I usually do is I'll use like a little bit of this, kind of like a dusting all over my face. And then sometimes just on the upper part of my cheekbone, just for a little bit more of a glow, I kind of go in with that gold color. This white color, so I don't use much of it. I kind of combine it with other stuff, but sometimes I'll just take a little bit of that with some of these other colors and maybe do right on the top of my brow, or sometimes I tend to do just right on the top of my lip a little bit. I purchased this one, like I said, it's a blush. It's just a small one here, and it's 10 ounces. I used to use this before I purchased the Radiance. I do use it sometimes still if I feel that I didn't really want that shimmer and I want more of a matte finish. Lips. I kind of do a few things on my lips. There's 2 here, and I know that they look very similar. It's just, to be honest, this one's called Lovely Adorable, and this is more like a lip gloss. So even when I apply lipstick, I like to put some gloss over top of it. And I can't remember for the life of me what this one was called, but this one is more of a matte color, and this one had a bit of a shimmer. And I actually thought when I purchased this one that I was getting this one until I brought it home, but then I was fine with this color, so I didn't return it. Anyway, so there's this one, and I think I like this one a little bit better. I can't even believe I'm still using this, and to be honest, I don't even know what color this is anymore. I've been using this one for so long, and this is my lip liner, but it is, the colors, like the color's off of it now, and I can't even remember the color, but if you can see there, it's just a very neutral color as well. That's the color there, if you can see it. And that's the lip liner I use, again, by Mineral Fusions. This is just a lipstick that I picked up recently, and this color is Nude. And it's a really nice color as well. Again, it is really nude, like a Hyatt. I find that it's really nude to the point where I'm thinking in the winter months it'll be fine. In the summer months, this might completely disappear on my face and look like I'm wearing nothing at all, which I guess is kind of the point because it's nude. But I like to have something on my lips that has a little bit of color, like maybe something with a little bit of a hint of pink or something like that. But like I said, this actually, it's a very pretty color, and it'd probably work on a lot of skin tones and stuff like that. It's just that if you are olive skin toned, this might actually be a little bit too light for you. But this is what I'm wearing right now, so I think it looks fine enough. So that's all I have for today. I think that's it. Perfect. Okay, bye-bye.